Good morning, everybody. Naturalist Kirk here. It is a brisk Minnesota morning out here. It is time for Lowry at Home, episode 17. I'm your host, Naturalist Kirk, and boy, it's cold, but it is beautiful out here. Chickadees are singing their spring song. Nuthatches are singing their spring song. I hear territorial drumming of woodpeckers. All these animals have had to survive outside. I got to get in my cozy warm bed last night, but they were out here surviving, and that's part of why we're talking about wilderness skills and survival this week on Lowry at Home. So today we have something new for you. I'm sure you're getting tired of looking at this mug right here. So we got someone new on the show. We have our newest naturalist out at LowryNC Center, Naturalist Joe, and Joe is going to be talking to us about the rules of three and shelter building. Pretty awesome. Take it away, Joe.
Hey everyone, Joe here. Now, in this week of Lowry at Home, we've been learning all types of different survival skills. And the way I like to start this video off is by going over the rule of threes. Have you ever heard of these rule of threes before? No? Well, good thing you're here then. Now, the rule of threes is a pretty simple concept for what we humans need in a survival situation. And the main things that we need in our survival is PMA, or positive mental attitude, oxygen. We also need shelter to keep us warm and dry. And then we also need, of course, our water and food. Now I know, that's 5 things I just listed off. The threes come into play with how long you can survive without these 5 items. So, first off, 3 seconds for PMA. You have just 3 seconds to decide you're going to survive and not panic like this guy. Next, you have 3 minutes you can survive without oxygen. Can you hold your breath that long? Please don't try. It's not going to turn out good. Then, you have up to 3 hours you can survive without shelter. Now, this shelter can be the clothing on you, it could be a tent, maybe even your cozy home right now, or even a primitive shelter. Next, you can survive for 3 whole days without water. Our body is roughly 60 or 70% water, and it needs to be replenished pretty often for all those vital organs to be working. Now, food is a whole other story. We can survive without food for roughly 3 weeks. Ugh. Now, granted, you're going to probably be a bit hangry without eating food for that long. I know I'd be pretty hangry. So for today's scenario, let's imagine I was going to spend the night here in these woods. Let's double check my survival backpack first. Okay. All right, first things first. PMA. Well, I'm feeling pretty good right now, and I've got that positive mental attitude. Next, I'm talking right now, so I'm breathing. I've got plenty of oxygen. I've also got some water, and I've also got a little snack for my food. The thing I might want to be concerned with is my lack of shelter. Now, I've got some warmer clothes on, but the weather in Minnesota right now is a little fickle, and it might get pretty chilly tonight. So I'm going to need to build a shelter. And today, we're going to be building a basic debris shelter. This one I'm going to be basing it off of an A-frame and kind of a lean-to, a little bit of a hodgepodge. But essentially what we're going to be doing is laying some smaller sticks onto a larger stick for the structure, and then we're going to fill it up and surround it with leaves for insulation. Now, we want to make this shelter just large enough for us to fit in. That way we don't lose too much body heat with a whole bunch of extra space. So, for our shelter today, we're going to need a sturdy spine and then some solid ribs. So, what we're going to use is this downed tree right behind me for our spine, and then I'm going to gather up some sticks around here for our ribs. Sound good? Let's get to work. All right, great. Now that we've got our initial structure, what we're going to do is fill it up with leaves to work like our puffy, warm, insulated sleeping bag. And then we're going to cover it up as well with even more leaves for even extra insulation and also to help keep out any rain or snow. After that, we'll throw some even more sticks on top of those top leaves. That way it keeps them from blowing away and then they stay put. Well, that's looking pretty solid right now, friends. I'm gonna take a little spin in there and see how it feels, okay? Till next time.
Thank you, Joe. That was so cool and awesome. I hope some of you will get out and build shelters. If you want to try it out, just behind the building at the Nature Center is our nature exploration area. There's lots of sticks and fun areas to build shelters like Joe did. We encourage people to come out there, socially distance, but if no one else is in there, come on in and build some forts yourself and have fun out in nature. We'll see you back here tomorrow on Lowry at Home for some more wilderness skills. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.